Okay guys, so we're back in Five Nights TD. And for this video, we're going to be doing every new unit versus endless mode. What this means is that we're going to be using all 8 new units that were added this update and putting them against endless mode. We're going to be seeing how far they can make it, but first I'm going to go ahead and set a few ground rules. So at wave 50, we have to sell our jar of pickles, and that's actually the only rule. So there's only one rule. Also, all 8 of these units have completely maxed out stats, just to let you guys know. But before we get into it, let me introduce you to them. So for starters, we have a shiny archer Fredis with vengeance. The type of unit he is single. He can do up to 400 damage. His range can get as high as 25, and his cooldown can get as low as 1.5 seconds. Next on the list, we have shiny Hermes Puppeteer with vengeance. Her passive is called cooldown boost. All units in range receive minus 26% cooldown. The type of unit she is splash plus booster. She can do up to 4,000 damage. Her range can get as high as 25, and her cooldown can get as low as 2.3 seconds. The next unit on this list is shiny Foxseidon with vengeance. The type of unit he is cone AoE plus slow. He can do up to 8,000 damage. His range can get as high as 27, and his cooldown can get as low as 2 seconds. Next on this list, we have shiny King Trap with vengeance. His passive is called Midas Touch. All units in range generate plus 50% income. The type of unit he is booster plus the passive I just talked about. His damage boost can go as high as 1.4. His range can get as high as 30, and his cooldown can get as low as 1 second. The next unit on this list is shiny Zeus Fredeus with vengeance. The type of unit he is splash. He can do up to 1,500 damage. His range can get as high as 27, and his cooldown can get as low as 1.5 seconds. Next on this list, we have shiny Hermes Indo. I have no idea how to say that. With vengeance. The type of unit he is pierce. He can do up to 10,000 damage. His range can get as high as 30, and his cooldown can get as low as 1.8 seconds. Next on this list, we have shiny Forge Withered Bonnie with vengeance. The type of unit he is splash plus burn. He can do up to 12,000 damage. His range can get as high as 30, and his cooldown can get as low as 2 seconds. And for our last unit on this list, we have shiny Apollo Sun with vengeance. His passive is called Light's Final Toll. Enemies struck by Apollo's flames receive 50% anti-regen. The type of unit he is splash plus anti-heal. He can do up to 105,000 damage. His range can get as high as 40, and his cooldown can get as low as 3.2 seconds. Okay guys, so that took a very long time, but one thing I want to mention on why I introduce every single unit is so you can see their raw stats before we put boosters on them and we level them up and everything. But as you guys can see at the bottom, I do have a shiny jar of pickles this time, and I do have the new best damage booster, which is King Trap. He is officially better than Popstar, and he does not do DPS, so we no longer have to worry about Popstar doing DPS, and we can get a better damage booster. So we're going to be going from lowest to highest, meaning I'm going to do the epic first, and then we are going to build up to the apex. Once again, all of these units do have maxed glitched out stats on them as well. But anyways guys, before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. Okay guys, so I think for this one I'm gonna go ahead and do endless 5. The max wave is 180. I do not think that we will be getting that today, but you never know. And we all know that this is not gonna be easy. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and choose the hardest modifier in the whole entire game and go ahead and get our beautiful looking starter units down, aka our tarnished Fredbear. I don't really know my old strategy for this map. I do think I put jar of pickles there, and then we'll put our damage booster right there. Please kill him. Please, yes, thank you. I literally forgot how to play the game completely. I don't know what's going on right now. So let me talk about this unit real quick while I'm placing down my boosters, because this is what I used to do whenever I was making endless videos. Because for the real ones, I used to make endless videos on this map all the time, and I have not made an endless video in a pretty long time. But anyways, let me explain a few different things. So this unit is a single hit unit. We can place 5 of them, and single hit units, they usually do not last that long. I'm just gonna put 2 over here, and then I'll probably put an extra one over here because you know, the boss spawns over there, so we're gonna need an extra one over there. Okay guys, so as I'm explaining things, I want to talk about my new damage booster real quick. He does a 1.75 times damage boost, and he does does not do DPS. His range is super good. He does not do DPS, so we now don't have to worry anymore about Popstar doing DPSs, because if we had a Popstar right now, guess what, guys? All of these units that you see right now would be getting absolutely murdered, and we wouldn't be able to even see if Archer Fredis was good or not. He does have Shiny Vengeance on him, and keep in mind, all of these units that you're about to see in the video are completely maxed out stats, like completely maxed out. It means that they're glitched, you know, they have the little question mark things on them, like, yes, he's getting minus 10% cooldown, 15% damage, or I think it's 20% damage and 15% range. I really don't know. And we do have to keep auto skip on, and then at wave 50, we do have to sell our jar of pickles. It does not look like we're going to be making it much farther, but you guys never know. And the other rules is just like whenever we place units, we have to place one on each side if there's two of them. And we died. Well, GG's. All right, let's go ahead and choose the hardest modifier, and then once again, go ahead and get my beautiful looking tarnished Fredbear down. Okay, let's probably get another one up here just so he can help right off the bat, and then we'll kind of place our boosters down now, and then get all of the other boosters down over here. Please let me place him. Oh my gosh. And then get the other tarnish down, completely max them out, and then just max out boosters. Okay, so this unit is a little bit interesting. By the way, guys, these rounds are moving very quick, so I have to talk very quick. This is a splash unit, I think, and a booster. Again, I did introduce all the units at the start, so you can go back. She actually gives like a 26% like cooldown boost or something, which is just crazy to me. But that's a crazy freaking cooldown boost for one. But let me go ahead and place the other one over here. What I was gonna say with the rules about the units is that you see how we can place two of them, right, guys? Yes, you do. We can place two of them. So these spots that you see right here are going to be the spots that we have to place them in. Well, actually, I kind of changed my mind on that. I'll probably place them right by the damage boosters, because I feel like that makes enough sense, because if we can get her right by the damage boosters, then maybe they can hit the exit, because I'm trying to think for future references whenever we have to sell our jar of pickles at wave 50. I'm thinking for future references that, you know, we need to have them a little bit closer to the exit. Now, I think with the new Apex, there's one issue, is that you can only place one of them. So what this means is that it's probably going to be a lot harder for our Apex, but I think that the Apex's range is still pretty good, so we should be good. You know, like whenever you think about it, the Apex does not have a range booster because this gives our range. Now, I should have brought like a freaking Fredbear or something like that. I think that's his name, to boost our range, because the reason why I sell Jar of Pickles is because he gives the slowing, so it makes everything really slow. And even though this seems fast, these units go faster. So whenever you sell Jar of Pickles, it helps out an absolute crap ton. So that is why we do ultimately sell Jar of Pickles, if you guys were wondering, because he gives slowing, but he does also give range. So it does kind of suck, because I want my units to still be able to get range. So we might end up bringing a Fredbear in the next video. I don't know why I didn't do it in this one, but it's all good. So anyways, let me go ahead and get a review of the unit. Rest in peace, the Epic, because I did not get to review the Epic at all, and the Epic just, you know, he died a little too quick. I wasn't done yapping yet, okay? So I think I should be able to get a good angle on this, because she's hitting the boss right now. I like the, like, I know this seems crazy, but the legs. And I know that seems kind of weird, but it's just the stance of the unit. Like, it looks like it's actually animated, and it is. I like the style of the unit. I like the design, honestly. I think that the hitting animation is good. I think that the weapon is good. There's no, like, effect whenever she hits. There's just kind of like an animation, but I think it's still really good. She has 84 range, by the way, because I have not been going over stats. Let me pull up my calculator, because you guys know that I'm smart enough now to calculate DPS, so these endless videos are going to be like a lot better now. But she's doing 23,625 damage every 0.869 seconds, 84.9 range. So I would say no matter where she's standing, she can hit the whole map. Actually, you know, if we put her in like a random corner over there, I don't think she'd be able to hit the whole map. But point is that our placements are good enough for her to be hitting the whole entire map. And I'm not aware if we're allowed to request shiny Jar Pickles anymore, or shiny Apexes. So this might be the only video that I'm gonna have shiny Jar Pickles, guys, because it was basically like we could request them and then we couldn't, and you know, it hasn't taken full effect yet. So I guess I just got like early access to it, basically. So I'm still gonna have to sell it at the end. But regardless, we are literally max boosting this unit now. Like, we are seriously max boosting this freaking unit. This is as best as we can make this unit. Some would say that Springlock is better. In my opinion, probably. But just for old time's sake, I did Vengeance, because I know a lot of you want to hear the with Vengeance, and you know, it's kind of just, you know, it's generational. With Vengeance is still massive. Do you want to know what else is massive? Okay, just, just never mind. Let's just continue. Is anyone gonna hit? Oh, okay. I thought that they just weren't gonna hit the people over here. I was about to freak out. I mean, 23,000 damage, not bad. Let me go ahead and calculate the DPS before we possibly die. Okay, so she is doing 27,186.4 damage per second. In my opinion, that's not that bad because this is only a mythic unit. The cooldown boost on her is really good. I did do the math. It is obviously not better than Music Man. We literally have the best boosters right here. We have the best range booster, the best cooldown booster, and the best freaking damage booster. We are doing it different right now. So no wonder on why this unit is making it so far. She's obviously shiny and with Vengeance too, just like every other unit in this freaking video. So this is going to be pretty insane. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if she's going to make it to wave 50 though, because we've been having a lot of close calls, and I think here soon, whenever we lose our first little bit of HP, that's probably a sign that we are not going to be around much longer, and that is on Skibbity. But no, guys, like seriously, I don't think that we're going to be around much longer, and my brain is very tiny, but I can calculate that we are going to make it to wave 42. Actually, I don't know. Wait, no. Calculations are incorrect. Wave 43. All right, wave 43. I'm calling it right now. We've had too many close calls for it to be above wave 50. There's no way I'm gonna have to sell Jar Pickles already, because I'm letting you guys know right now this video is going to take a very long time unless I start skipping to bosses or something. Because if Jar Pickles is getting sold at wave 50 and we're already a few minutes into the video, what do you think that's gonna mean? We're only on the mythic. We have 2 nightmares to go through, an apex to go through, and I think probably a few more secrets. I really don't know. Now we do have one round that's gonna be like basically free, which is going to be the round where we place down King Trap. We will have King Trap boosting King Trap because we have shiny Vengeance King Trap too. But it's just for the sake of the video. I have to try every single unit against Endless Mode, even if it's a booster, and we did just die. It was wave 41. Oh my gosh, I was 2 waves off. All right, let's go ahead and choose the hardest modifier once again. Oh my skibbity toilet. All right, let's go ahead and max that guy out. Why did I say that guy? That's our Tarnished Fredbear. I need to put some respect on his name. Why am I being so rude to him? I don't know. I'm very sorry, Tarnished Fredbear, if you're watching this. Any of your families watching this, very sorry. Okay, in all seriousness though, we do need to probably start going very fast. So you guys better put your freaking seatbelts on and get ready. So how many can we place? We can place 2. Let's get 1 right there, and let's get 1 right. Can I place them freaking down? Thank you. And all right, there we go. Okay, I like those effects. I like to see that. Let's just go ahead and completely max him out. Okay, 91 range. Okay, so his range is completely good. We are more than good. Let's look at his stats. Oh, this is interesting. By the way, guys, I did forget to mention, but he does cone AoE plus slowing. That is pretty good. Cone AoE is not that bad. A lot of people dislike it, but I think that it just depends on what map and what unit you were using cone AoE on, or what kind of cone AoE unit you're using, if that makes sense. I really don't know if that makes sense, but we have a lot to go over with this guy. So he does do slowing as well, which you probably won't see in full effect because Jar Pickles probably has better slowing. I'm just letting you know right now. I don't know exactly how much slowing. He does not have a passive though, which is kind of interesting because there are a lot of secrets that do have passives. But let me just go ahead and go over his stats. So he does 47,250 damage every 0.756 seconds. So 91.7 range. So he can hit literally the whole entire map. If we sold Jar Pickles, he would probably still have pretty good range. That's why we're placing them where we're placing them, because he would still probably be able to hit the exit even if we sold Jar Pickles right now. I did forget to place my extra boosters up here, but I don't really care about doing that because I can actually place 3 King Traps too, which is crazy because you could only place 1 freaking Pop Star, but 3 of these guys. It does kind of make sense though, because Pop Star, did DPS, so it was kind of freaking stupid. Pop Star, if you're watching this, I'm not gonna lie, I do not like you. Okay, I do not. Let me go ahead and calculate his DPS though. So according to my calculator, he does 62,500 damage per second. That is crazy, number 1, because this is literally a freaking secret unit, bro. So I can only imagine what other stats on other units are going to look like further in this freaking video. But now, finally, let me go over his animations real quick. Actually, let me get get a view of him first. So this is what bro looks like. It does kind of make sense. I literally cannot see him. Guys, you know, if you don't like water on your screen, just look away. It's kind of hard to see the actual freaking unit whenever he's doing this. I don't really know what's happening. It does make sense though, because he's like a pirate. He looks like Aquaman if he was you know, a Foxy. Yeah, he does have a trident though, so it does make sense. But the actual unit is very clean. As you can see, he is genuinely very clean. He has the usual Foxy hook that they all get, and a trident and a crown, and there's some detail in there. So now to go over his actual hitting animation, I think that the water's cool. I think it makes a lot of sense. There's no like killing effect, but there is why did I say hitting animation? The hitting animation of him like dashing forward is cool. There's no like effect on the enemies that he's hitting, but there is an actual like effect whenever he swings, which is the water. And like I said, I think the water looks very clean. I think it's an overall very clean unit. He does a very good amount of damage, and we're gonna see how far we can make it with him. I do think that we probably will be getting to wave 50 with this guy, so expect me to sell jar of pickles at some point. But just so this video is not 40 years long, let me go ahead and skip to the boss. All right, here we go. So that boss had like what, 1.17 million? I think it might have been a little less or a little higher. Doesn't really matter. He still killed a boss with over 1 million HP. Wow. Congrats, Foxy. Let's go ahead and see if we can make it to wave 50 though. All right, we made it to wave 50, and no, we're not allowed to kill the boss first. We have to go ahead and sell jar of pickles completely. Holy crap, this is actually gonna kill us? I was not expecting that. Wow, she moved really fast, and Foxy just wasn't expecting it. All right, let's go ahead and pick the hardest modifier, get our starter unit down right there. Get another starter unit down also right there. Please let me upgrade him, pretty please. Let me just go ahead and get my damage booster now, or down. Like, can I speak today? I honestly last round expected us to make it farther than that. If I'm being honest, he did do 62,000 DPS, so to be fair, it wasn't probably going to work. Also, this round is going to be very funny because as you can see, I am missing my spring lock damage booster, because guess what unit we're placing this round? We have 1, 2, and 3, and completely max him out. Just so I can review him, I'm going to leave Tarnish down just for now so I can actually look at him. So this unit is actually really cool. I've never gotten to like give a full review about him, but he's sitting in a throne. He has a crown on. He's literally like the king if he was sitting down and, you know, a little bit recolored. But I think that he's a very clean looking unit in my opinion. He does face towards the people whenever he's you know, like an enemy comes out or something, he's facing towards it, but he does not do any actual damage. So this is technically wrong of me to do. Let me go ahead and just show you guys. So this is the king versus endless mode. Yeah, it's not really gonna work, but we still have to do it just for the sake of the video. Rest in peace, king. Wow, I'm so very sorry, King Trap. You have a very good day. GG's. All right, let's go ahead and pick the hardest modifier. Go ahead and get our starter units down. Now, I would say the funny part about this is that Mr. Zeus Fredeus. Now, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. I probably pronounced a lot of names wrong at the very start of the video, and I'm just letting you guys know right now, I'm probably going to end up getting absolutely fried in the comments for missing their names or messing it up. Can I like talk today? But Zeus Fredeus seems to be a starter unit as well. So it's funny how I placed a starter unit to get a starter unit, but still, guys, he does splash damage. I'm pretty sure you can go back and check. I can't fully confirm. I looked at it before I came in the match, but you guys know that my memory is absolute butt cheeks, so I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure it said splash damage. So since he's a starter unit, let me kind of get over his review pretty quick. So he's doing 8,859.4 damage every 0.567 seconds. He has 91 range. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of crazy range. I know that we have shiny jar of pickles, but that's some pretty good range considering that we only have vengeance, and spring lock is really good for range obviously, but we only have vengeance on him, so he's hitting the whole entire map being a starter unit. I don't know how good he is for a starter unit. You know, we could actually compare him to Tarnish real quick. I think that Tarnish does do more DPS, but I don't really know. Let me calculate his DPS real quick though. So he is doing 15,625.04 or just 0.0. I really don't know. So yeah, about like, you know, almost 16,000 DPS, and that's honestly pretty good. He's a starter unit, so in my opinion, very, very good actually. Let me give an overall review of him though. I'm going to keep it honest. This is the coolest design unit that we have seen today. I feel like King Trap is definitely in a good number 2, if not tied in top 1, because because he is a very cool looking unit. But you cannot lie, this is one of the best designed units, you know, today. Like today, meaning in this video, not ever, but in this video. He has electricity on the little lightning bolt that he's holding, and for some reason it's just so cool to me. And then he's obviously floating too. I like the flying animations. I like the hitting animations. It's very cool. He does not have like an electricity effect whenever he does actually hit them, so it does look kind of lame on that aspect, but his actual hitting animation is cool. It would be cooler, like I said, if he had something similar to Scott where, you know, it would like strike down lightning or something, you know, something a little bit cool to spice it up. But overall, still a really clean unit. I mean, bro is floating. He has so much aura right now. I don't think you guys actually understand. This is easily over like 100,000 points of aura. I don't think I've ever given that much aura to anybody, because guess what? It's Freddy. All right, everyone loves Freddy, but now you have a freaking cool electrocuted freaking version of him, bro. This looks sick. He's Zeus but Freddy. That is absolutely sick. For being a starter unit though, he is definitely going absolutely freaking crazy, because if you see down here, he costs 500 and Tarnished costs 600, so he's actually cheaper than Tarnished. Not by a lot, because $100 does not really matter, but still. Also, one thing that I'm just now remembering, King Trap has a passive, and I'm pretty sure it gives people in his range 50% more income, which is even cooler because he's the new best damage booster in the whole freaking game. He doesn't do DPS, so I don't have to worry about him getting in the way whenever I'm trying to review a unit like I am today. But he also makes my people earn more money, and you guys know that I love money in Five Nights TD. I always look up at my money and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have Jeff Bezos money. If you're a real fan, you would understand that. You would know that, okay? But as you can see right now, it's only wave 26, and I really do have Jeff Bezos money. Like, bro, I almost have $4 million already. Is there any way that I can convert my Five Nights TD money to real money? I'm going to go to the bank and I'm going to tell them, hey, can I convert this to real money? And I'll probably get a big fat no, but it's okay, because, you know, there's always next time, right? Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and just skip to the boss. Actually, the boss is in one wave, so I'm probably just gonna sit here for just a second and just keep talking until we get to wave 30. Can you guys please hurry up back there and kill everybody, please? Thank you very much, Mr. Zeus Fredeus. I think that's his name. It sounds really weird, but I'm pretty sure that's his name. So we killed the 500,000 HP boss pretty quick. We now have an 800,000 one. I'm not gonna lie, if Jar of Pickles was sold right now, this one probably wouldn't even be hitting over here, and we would probably end up dying if we didn't have Jar of Pickles right now. But it does look like this boss moves really slow anyways, so I don't know. But the wave 50 boss, I would say that we are cooked, because if the secret couldn't get past it, I guarantee you a starter unit's not gonna make it past. Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay, wait, we got hit twice right there, actually. Not very good. Let's go ahead and skip to the boss if we're still alive. Wow, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Surprisingly, we made it to the boss. We have lost 40 HP. Now, I do think that we're about to die. I don't mean to worry you guys, but let me explain, okay? Because the last boss had less HP, so even if we kill this boss, as you can see, enemies are already spawning. We cannot hit them at the same time as the boss. So we are actually going to die, and we didn't even kill the boss anyway. Yeah, we're absolutely freaking cooked. Wow. Up, wave 41 for a starter unit. I think that that's still pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and pick the hardest modifier, and let's go ahead and get my beautiful looking starter unit down, and boom, bada bang, and pow. All right, let's get our boosters down right there. Please let me get the other boosters down. Wrong booster. Whoopsie daisies. And then let me get my other starter unit right there and max out all these boosters really fast. All right, so let me explain this unit. I'm sure you can already see it down there. This was the one unit where I could not say his name correctly, so I'm just gonna let you guys know that. Let me go ahead and get him down right there. I have actually never seen him attack, nothing like that. Well, I haven't seen any of these units attack, but like, this is a very weird unit for me, because like, I don't know, like, usually I'm pretty caught up on the lore, for the people who don't believe it, of actual like Five Nights at Freddy's, but for some reason I don't remember this, because I know that they do add a lot of characters from it, but I guess they just remixed a character, so I think it's just Indo with like night gear on. I really don't know. That's kind of beside the point though. I don't think he's actually in the lore. I think I'm just being really stupid right now, and I'm gonna get flamed in the comment section. Anyways, let me go ahead and max him out, and we're gonna try and pronounce his name before we even look at his stats. I'm not looking at the stats, I promise. I'm not looking. So Ares or Ares Indo Exus. Ares Indo Exus or Exus. I don't really know. It's like, I don't know. Like, guys, I swear I'm trying here. Like, I just genuinely don't know how to pronounce it. You know, someone in the comments can definitely help help, or you can just flame me for being stupid. You know, either way works, you know. But anyways, let's go ahead and go over his stats. So 59,000, 62.5 damage every 0.68 seconds. So the cooldown is pretty good. It's not doing a cooldown glitch, right? Okay, thankfully it's not doing a cooldown glitch. He has 101.9 range, so I think his range is more than good. He's literally hitting the whole entire map. He's killing bosses faster than any of the units that we've had yet, in my opinion. Now, I don't really know if that's an opinion, because he's just seriously doing a freaking crap ton of damage, and that's just that. Okay, guys, that's literally just that. So insane stats, not gonna lie, but let me go ahead and calculate the DPS real quick, and we'll see how insane it really is. So he is doing 86,856.6 damage per second. I'm not gonna lie, that is absolutely crazy. So he's almost at 100,000 damage per second. So really good damage, really good range, and a respectable cooldown. I forgot exactly what kind of unit he is, so I'm very sorry about that. Oh wait, never mind, guys, never mind. It just popped up in my head. It's Pierce. He is a Pierce unit. That is why I was so excited about this unit. I remember now. Dude, you guys know how much I love Pierce units, and everyone on this channel knows how much I love Pierce units. I'm just letting you know right now. The reason on why I love Pierce units is because of units like Springtrap. Dude, Springtrap's animation for hitting is so freaking cool. I literally just can't even describe it on how cool it is, because he's literally piercing through them. Now, to be fair, this guy does not have a effect that he puts on them. He does not really have any like effect that, you know, comes off of him whenever he's like hitting. So it does make it seem a little lame in my opinion, because usually every piercing unit has like something coming off of them and shows that they're actually piercing. He's piercing, but you know, just in a more kind of lame way. And for the people who are mad about that, or if you're mad at all, that's just kind of how I am. I give honest reviews of the units that I talk about, and I just don't think that this guy is very cool. So the honest review of him, he looks like a knight. I do like the teeth, I'm not gonna lie. Now, I do think he's glitched. His like spear is aimed the wrong way, if I'm not mistaken. His shield is like going through him. I don't know if this is just an animation mistake. Maybe it's just me. Whenever he hits, his shield does go away though, but it's literally going through him, so I can't even like fully see him. His teeth and his eyes look clean though. His helmet looks clean. He has the body of Indo, so it does make a lot of sense. His hitting animation looks good. There's just no effects that come out whenever he's hitting, and he's a nightmare unit, so I would expect him to have some kind of like cool effect. No really cool effects coming off of him, and no really cool like killing effect that he puts on enemies. Can I find an enemy, please? Oh, there you are. Like whenever they spawn and he's hitting them, he does not really put anything on them. Nothing like that. He's still a cool unit though. He still does a lot of damage. He does like 86,000 DPS. That's not bad at all. But we're already almost on wave 50, so let's go ahead and skip to wave 50. All right, we're now on wave 50. Let me sell my jar of pickles a little bit faster. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we kill her. I do think that she has HP regen. We are not gonna kill her. Wow, is anyone gonna kill her today? Well, Mr. Nightman or Indo Knight, whatever you want to call him, we did not win with them. All right, so let's go ahead and pick the hardest modifier, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get my starter units down once again. Please let me max out my starter unit, like pretty please. Okay, so there is one thing that I want to talk about with this unit real quick. This is Forge Withered Bonnie. I'm pretty sure is his name. He is actually more rare than the Apex right now. Or like maybe it's just like shinies. I don't really know, but I have a shiny Apex in my inventory, and I was looking, and only like 28 shinies exist at the time of making this video of Forge Withered Bonnie. Now, the Apex, I think like 90 something exists, so it's kind of surprising to me. And it might just be because, you know, he's a Robux unit, and you can also buy him for medallions too. But still, he is just super rare right now for some reason, and I don't really know why. There is one thing that's a little bit confusing to me though, is that both of these nightmare units actually do not have a passive. They have not had a passive at all, which I think is kind of crazy to me. It's not really like messed up, but they just simply don't have passives. Now, I'm pretty sure he does do splash and burn, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yes, I just checked. He does do splash and burn. Now, you guys know how I feel about burn damage. I love burn damage units so very much because they are so overpowered to me for some reason. But splash damage is also not a bad trait to have. But let's go ahead and go over his stats. So I think our last one was doing like 86,000 damage per second, but I haven't calculated this one's damage per second yet. So let me just go over his stats though. So he's doing 73,828.1 damage every 0.75 1.56 seconds. 101.9 range, so really good range. He's hitting the whole entire map. Good damage, good cooldown. Let's see how fast he kills his boss, actually, just real quick. Wow. So that's like 500,000 damage down the drain that quick, which means we should do really good on the wave 50 boss. But again, guys, I don't really know how good we're gonna do here. Let me go ahead and calculate his DPS real quick, though. So he is doing more DPS than the last unit. He's doing 97,656.2 damage per second, which in my opinion is really good. He's overall a good unit because he does splash and burn. The other guy, like the night guy, I don't know how to say his name. He does pierce, which is also really good. So I don't really know which one's better. I mean, they both don't have passives, but if we're going based off DPS, Forged Withered Bonnie is however better and probably more rare because for some reason a lot less shinies exist of him than the freaking Apex, which is really weird. Maybe it's just because the Apex is able to be summoned and it makes it a lot easier for free-to-play players to have a chance to get him. So I mean, maybe that's why. I don't really know why. Let me go ahead and get a little bit of a view of him though, you know, move the camera down. So he does have a hammer that looks like Thor. So you guys know how I made the video creating Thor. You know, maybe I could redo it because we have a brand new Thor. No, I'm just kidding. I like his hitting animation. I think that the design of this unit is actually beautiful. I love the design. He has like chains on his ear, and then he has chains like on his arm over there, but like they didn't just spam the chains everywhere, which is what I like. They didn't overdo it. It's a clean looking unit. I like the hitting animation, but once again, there are literally no effects coming off of him whatsoever. Whenever he hits them, there are no effects on the actual enemy. There is no effects coming out whenever he's hitting. You guys know I love my effects. So if we're judging based off effects, it's a good 0 out of 10. But if we're judging on the actual looks of the unit, the animation of the unit, I think it is really good looking, actually. I would give it a good like 9 of 10 or 9 out of 10, but still, it's a really good looking unit. He does 97,000 damage per second. So we're gonna see if he could kill the wave 50 boss. Actually, we're already on a boss wave, so we're gonna see how fast he kills this boss. And again, I know whenever we get to wave 50, most people are going to die, but guys, there is nothing that I can do about it because I made that rule at the start of the video. I think it's a fair rule because this video is still going to be really long, and even though we do want to see how far they can make it, we can't make them so overpowered where, you know, they end up making it to wave 100 plus, because that's exactly what's going to happen, because Jar of Pickles makes them extremely overpowered and helps out a lot. So that's why he gets sold. And it would not be fair to the other units if I, you know, sold Forged Withered Bonnie whenever we sell our Jar of Pickles and then turn around and place the other Forged along with him. It's not really fair. But anyways, let's go ahead and skip to wave 50. All right, we're now on wave 50. Let me go ahead and sell my Jar of Pickles just like that. Let's see how good his range is now. So it's like 46, which in my opinion, that's not that bad actually. But again, we did die. Forged Withered Bonnie is probably the coolest looking unit of this video so far. GG's. All right, let's go ahead and pick the hardest modifier. So we are now on the last unit, aka our beautiful looking Apex unit. I cannot wait to try him out. I'm pretty sure that we can only place one of him though, so this might get a little bit bad. I really don't know. Let me just go ahead and max out every single one of my boosters first though, kind of just get that out of the way, get things rolling. Okay, so yes, we can only place one of him. We can get him like right here in this corner though. He does have 100 range right off the bat. What would happen if we stole our Jar of Pickles? Just real quick, what would happen to his range? Okay, he drops down to 46. If we still maxed him out completely, he would have 62 range, so he could still hit the other side, which is actually really good. So this might be our first unit that actually survives without Jar of Pickles. But there is one more thing that I do want to mention. I think that he is the new highest damage unit in the game. First it was Kronos, and then the Goliath Indo Freddy evolution got released, and I think he did like 6,000 more. But whenever I introduced this unit's damage right off the bat, he was doing like 100,000 something damage, which is absolutely insane. So guys, I might try and make the new highest damage unit in the whole entire game. Maybe take this guy on boss raid at some point. That's not a half bad idea if I'm being honest. I'm probably gonna do it in a different video though, because we cannot get these units in shiny yet. So you know, the only problem with that is that we cannot request him in shiny even more, or anymore. Sorry, I cannot speak today, but maybe in the future we can make a video like that. But anyways, if you guys look at these absolutely insane stats, he's doing 620,156.3 freaking damage. That is absolutely insane. 620,000 damage, bro. 620,000. So 135.8 range, which is really crazy too. 1.21 cooldown. So every 1.21 seconds, he's doing that much damage. I cannot really calculate anything DPS wise, but that is some crazy damage. He does do splash damage plus anti-heal. Now, anti-heal is going to be really good for the boss. I think his passive is like something that, you know, takes away like 50% anti-heal or something. I don't really know. I don't know why they wouldn't just make it full percent, but it's only 50%, but it doesn't mean it's not good. But I think he is genuinely going to be our first unit that makes it pretty far, because he's probably going to be able to two-shot the boss on wave 50. So yeah, and we've already seen that he can reach this whole other side right here, which is absolutely insane already. So I just don't even know. I guess we'll just see. I'm gonna go ahead and try and get a good sight of him though. I probably won't be able to get a good sight whenever he turns this way, because you know, he's a little close to the boxes, but I had to get the best placement possible, to be fair. We did just see him for a second. Can you please turn around the other way, sir? Yeah, so if you guys see him right here, he's very clean looking. He is similar to like Star Drop and like all of the other like sun units that have the little rays coming off of them. So he has like the little spinning sun head, and he's like Sunshine if he could fly, and his arrows are really cool. His bow's really cool. He has effects coming off of him. It is really clean, and his hitting animation is actually really cool. But as you can see, whenever he does his hitting animation, you can actually visibly see the arrows going, and the effects are freaking beautiful, by the way. Did I forget to mention that? Because look, you can see his arrows going. They're very shiny. You can see it whenever he shoots at someone. Let me wait for him to shoot at someone. See, you can see his arrows actually going and visibly blowing up whenever they hit, which is what I love. Okay, I love. So I would say if we're rating visuals, this is the highest visual unit of the whole entire video. 10 out of 10, 110 freaking percent. Whenever he hits somebody, look guys, look. It literally explodes on the ground. Can we please see it? Yes, it explodes on the ground. It is beautiful. And since he does splash damage, look, he just one-shots all these people all together. But in my opinion, I freaking love it. This is so very clean looking in my opinion. Wow, I cannot even get over that. That is absolutely beautiful. A beautiful looking unit. And yeah, guys, clean animation, clean killing effects, hitting effects, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, let's go ahead and skip to wave 40. All right, a 1.25 million HP boss, and he got basically two-shotted, but he regened a little bit of his HP, but it was, you know, clearly 3 shots. That is absolutely insane. 3-shotting a boss is already crazy enough, but this is just even crazier. But I can just imagine me taking him on the boss raid game mode and getting to place down 2 of him after getting crazy slots. To be fair though, if we are going for the highest damage, crazy slots does make you lose damage, so there would actually be no point in doing that. I would have to still place one of him. I do feel like there is a downside to it though. He does a lot of damage. I feel like he's going to be a really good boss killer, but there is one thing that I do want to mention real quick. His splash damage is actually not good. I feel like if you put Spring Lock on him, he would easily be the best boss killer in literally the whole entire game, easily. But his splash damage is clearly bad. Do you see how, you know, all these units are coming out in ones? Because he has splash damage. He's not that good. He can kill decently big groups of people, but I feel like they should have given him a better type of unit. Like if he was AoE, he would be the best unit in the game. I don't expect them to give him AoE, but maybe give, you know, like a bigger range, like maybe make him nuke. I feel like making him nuke would be a way better idea, because if he was nuke, he would be able to kill all these people in one shot, which I feel like would be fair, because he is a very strong Apex unit, which, you know, that would make him better than Kronos too, because Kronos is nuke, but I can promise you Kronos would be killing these people way faster right now, even though he does less damage. It's due to him being a nuke type of unit. He's only a splash, but I would say he's still good, but that's where they kind of messed up and nerfed him a lot in my opinion. But I don't really know. Let's just go ahead and skip to wave 50. All right, 1.72 million HP versus a unit doing 620,000 damage. Oh my god, he just freaking 3-shotted her. Our first unit that has made it past wave 50. Now, there is a little bit of a debuff here. I do think that I have him in the best spot physically possible, if I'm being honest, but holy crap. Yeah, we still ended up dying. We still killed the boss though, but still, GG's. Okay guys, so I really did enjoy making this video. I'm not gonna lie, the only reason on why we died at the end like that was just due to Jar of Pickles slowing them down because they were moving a lot faster, but it was also due to to our unit's cooldown just not being fast enough to keep up, and then the splash damage. But I would say boss killer wise, that is probably the best boss killer right now, easily. Maybe OMC is still better, I don't really know, but if you're going for damage, that guy is definitely the best. But anyways, guys, I really did enjoy testing out all of these new units. We made them extremely overpowered, like we always do. But anyways, make sure to join my Discord server because we do giveaways every 2 days in there. And also make sure to like and subscribe so I can feed my family. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.